Hey guys, so I wanted to share with you guys a bit about the I am enough messaging I put on my swimwear. So first and foremost, when I finally decided that I wanted to release some of these pieces I've been aggressively designing for years and years and years and years, and I decided, you know what, just do it. Just do it. You'll see what happens. Just do it. It was just a no-brainer in terms of what I wanted to start with, which was a body positive piece. What a lot of people don't know is the reason I am so pro swimwear and I spend a lot of time posting or doing a lot of swimwear shoots is it's not just about my body and wanting to show off my body as people may think, or thirst trapping or whatever. It was about the fact that swimwear was something for me that for many, many years was very traumatic. It was something that to wear it was just a very traumatizing thing. I remember being in primary school, and I've said it before, swimming galas were just the most traumatic thing for me. I spent a lot of time crying after swimming galas, not because of the swim or anything like that. I was a relatively okay or good swimmer. I know how to swim. It was always the looks I would get wearing that swimwear, because when I was young, my body in primary school, my body started coming out. I developed a big butt. I started getting cellulite on my legs, on my thighs and my bottoms. I've never been big on stretch marks, so stretch marks weren't a thing for me. I got breasts, but I was very, very active. I played a lot of team sports, plus I did a lot of dancing outside of the dance classes they offered at the school. So I was very active. And wearing swimwear and seeing how people would look at me was just it was just too much. There was a lot of bullying that happened around it. I remember after swimming galas, I used to always go back to the girls' bathroom and find a stall and cry. It was just so traumatic. And, for years and years and years, I carried that with me until about the age of 26. I was able to wear swimwear and post a picture of myself wearing swimwear. And for me, getting to that point where I was just like, if this is what I look like in my swimming costume, was when I had genuinely been on this body love journey and I had become comfortable with my appearance. Of course, it's an everyday, I wouldn't say struggle, but it's an everyday work in progress. Like, it's something I work on every single day. It's something I'm going to work on until the day I'm no longer. That's a fact. You're never going to be 100% confident and comfortable forever. You work on it every single day. So when I posted pictures in my swimwear, that was my way of saying to everybody else, you talk about how I've got cellulite. You know I've got cellulite because I showed you that cellulite. You talk about the stretch marks I may have. Babes, I showed you those stretch marks. People talk about, oh, your bum is this in this shape. Yeah, because I showed you. You only know that because I showed you what shape my butt is. You've got rolls, you've got this, you've got that, your thighs are this. You know all of that because I showed you that. It's one thing to stand in a dress and maybe you can see traces of cellulite, but I've bared it all. I've shown you what my thighs look like with no clothing and with my cellulite popping. I've showed you that. So for me, that was my way of also disarming all these naysayers, these trolls, these haters. And I call them haters because all they want to do is spread hate. It was my way of saying to them, everything that you have to say about me, it means nothing, because you wouldn't have that ammunition if I hadn't given it to you, if I hadn't loaded your gun. So I just don't care. That's how comfortable I've gotten. That's how comfortable I am now. Listen, everything you think you can say to bring me down, relating to my body, I've probably said it about myself and to myself at least once in my life. So the swimwear thing was a further reflection of that. And that's the reason why swimwear is such a strong part of my brand, because it was that one thing that tormented me for so long, and I finally overcame, sorry. My mind is all over the place and I'm also watching, sorry. I finally overcame that that obstacle, and now it's like there's nothing you can say that's going to break me. Like, no. And for me also, swimwear was my way of saying I'm no longer hiding. Not just from the public, but from me. I'm no longer hiding. Everything I see on my pictures, because listen, when you're dealing, especially with photo shoots and they've got those high-res cameras, you're seeing everything. So everything that I'm seeing, okay? I'm not hiding anymore. And so the swimwear thing was just you've got to have a swimwear line. This is I want other people to feel this way. Even if they're not posting these pictures, I want people to get to this level of confidence. And then of course the I am enough message, that was my self-affirmation for a very long time. For a very, very long time. I did a campaign maybe 3 years ago, and I just randomly wrote, I am not enough. I am not perfect. I am enough. What they don't tell you is being enough means so much more. That was basically me saying perfection doesn't exist. Perfection doesn't exist. And even if it did, I don't need to be perfect. I don't want to be perfect. I just want to be enough, and not for anybody else but myself. I want to wake up every day and not want to be somebody else. I want to wake up every day and want to live. I want to wake up every day and show myself some love. I want to wake up every day and celebrate myself. I want to wake up every day and want another woman to feel as good as I do. I want to wake up every day and know that I am living, not just existing, but I am living. So those words, I am enough, were my self-affirmation. And I wanted to share that message with other women so that they too at some point could get to that level where they felt, if perfection, if it doesn't exist. And even if people want to sit around and argue about whether or not it exists, that's on them. We're not striving for perfection anymore. We just want to be enough.